Please. No more questions, Max.
Time to hit Gwen's office in the other timeline. I hope somebody is coming in to water you guys. Preferably someone who doesn't have to break in through an alternate dimension. Tossing Gwen out screwed everybody over. Will Gwen be allowed to come back for these? So they took her computer, probably going through it right now. If I'm lucky, maybe this Gwen left Safi's manuscript behind. Gotcha. Reading Safi's manuscript after all this feels like, I don't know, being hit by a tidal wave. Whatever happened with Maya was explosive. Let's see what Yasmin has to say about her.
Would you mind closing it behind you, Max?
Shit. I need a password to change the grades. I'll never find it in this mess. I bet Sophie wouldn't mind me helping out one of her favorite students. Shit. I need a password to change the grades. I'll see what I can do for you, kid. Sorry, Yasmin, but I'll need to interrupt your downtime with some questions. And then she didn't. Martin has an A here. I knew it. Sophie would never fail this kid. I can't imagine being this trusting. Don't they know there's snoops like me around? Hey, Loretta.
Oh, hi, Miss Caulfield. How are you?
Have you talked to Reggie since yesterday?
Reggie? Reggie Kagan? Business major Reggie?
Crap! Wrong Loretta, Max. You know what? Ignore me. I am lost in space. End of the semester, right?
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Anyway, catch you later, Loretta. Loretta's a hard worker. I'll give her that. I just wish she'd use her powers for good. Professors sitting on the table? Hi, Yasmin.
Maxine, how are you? I was worried after your nosebleed yesterday.
Like I said, I get those all the time.
Still, be careful. Small symptoms can be signs of larger problems. A toothache can mean a heart attack.
I'm gonna try not to think about that too hard. I was hoping we could talk.
Come, sit.
Have you seen Sophie today?
No. We're meeting later this afternoon. I can tell her you were looking for her.
I heard about what happened to Dr. Hunter.
Yes.
Would you really fire her?
That depends on the findings of the committee. It's out of my hands now.
You look like you've won the day. Coffee's that good?
Our ratings are. Caledon is once again one of the top universities in the country. The coffee is just so-so.
Did Sophie tell you her book deal was canceled?
What? No. How was she when she found out?
Not sure, but I bet she was devastated.
Oh, Sophia. I'll be sure to talk to her about this.
I wanted to ask you about something. Have you heard of a student named Maya Okada?
Of course. She took her own life. 4 years ago. A horrible tragedy.
I think Sophie's book was canceled because it was about Maya.
Impossible. Sophia didn't even know Maya.
Did Yasmin just lie to me? Do I call her out? She'll be pissed, but I can cut straight to the point. Or should I go along with it and see what narrative she's trying to spin? Everyone I've talked to says Sophie and Maya were joined at the hip. You had to have known that.
Are you implying I'm lying?
All due respect, Yasmin. But I know you're not telling the truth.
Of all the brazen, ungrateful... Sophia had nothing to do with what happened to Maya Okada. Whatever else may be true, that is the bottom line. What happened was messy and painful. You're Sophia's friend. Surely you understand the need to protect her from rumors and gossip.
If it's just rumors, what are you afraid of?
Rumors are ammunition to those who want to see you fail. Because you're a woman. Because you're Arab. Because you're a single mother. Because... Frankly, it shocks me you don't realize this. Vin understood immediately.
What does Vin have to do with this?
Obviously, you won't stop digging. So go ask him yourself.
Wow, I guess I should talk to Vin. He's probably in the admin building.
Hey, sport? You're just gonna walk past me without saying hello?
Sport?
Yeah. I'm trying out middle-aged white dad slang nowadays. Is it working?
Sure. What are you doing on campus?
Just going on a coffee run?
But your coffee's better at the Turtle. This one tastes like ass.
Enough about me. What are you doing here?
I work here.
No. I mean, I just saw you talking to President Fayyad. What were you talking about?
Oh, just, work stuff? Why?
Just curious. I didn't realize you two hung out.
I don't know that we hang out, but she's my boss, Sophie's mom. We're bound to run into each other, you know?
Is this about Safi?
I mean, yeah, we talked about Sophie.
You know you can talk to me about anything, right?
Yeah, of course. Maybe I'll tell you when I'm ready.
Sure thing. Well, I'll leave you to it then. See you around.
See you, Amanda. He's probably in the admin building. Oh, wow. These are, extremely creepy. Sorry. Yasmin said something about Vin. How's he? And then she didn't. I bet Safi wouldn't mind me helping out one of her favorite. Enjoy the A, my dude. I think you've earned it. I have to figure out how Vin is involved.
Okay, Isabel, you were absolutely right.
As always. What, was I right about?
As it happens, a number of folks, faculty and staff alike, would love a 4-day work week.
And how many would you say a number is?
A dozen? And I only started talking to people after our chat yesterday. Not just the work week either. Lots of issues came up.
Such as?
Salaries, tenure track, the fact that at least 3 different department heads, including ours, have always been men.
We've been thinking too small.
We've been thinking way too small.
So, a new proposal wouldn't be for a 4-day work week period. It'd be for a 4-day work week and...
Yes and no. We're not submitting a new proposal.
Holy shit, Rati. You mean...
I do. Better to beg forgiveness than ask permission.
If you need help drafting a list of demands to take to Yasmin, I'm your girl.
Appreciate that, but it's still early days. If this is going to work, we need numbers.
The dozen you mentioned before?
Not nearly enough. And even those aren't guaranteed to have our backs when push comes to shove.
So, what's next?
Krampus. Tomorrow night, we can talk to folks there without drawing attention.
Can't remember the last time I was genuinely excited to go to Krampus.
Why is Vin a secretary?
What the heck are you talking about? He's an administrator.
Keep up my shenanigans and I'll have to add Max Caulfield to the list. I didn't realize I needed cryptid erotica until just now.
I wanted to talk to you about Abraxas and who should be leading.
Whoa, Diamond was working on a documentary about Moses. I wonder why she never went through with it. That was not dirt on Vin. I'm sorry, Diamond. I didn't think this is what I'd find. Whoa, Diamond was working on a documentary about Moses. I wonder why she never went through with it. Oh no! Somebody abandoned their boy.
Don't mind us, Max. We were just finishing up.
Vin, Abraxas needs new blood.
You mean you need another line on your resume?
Hold up, can we talk? I just want to ask you about Maya.
Please. I can't handle the both of you. Trying to exploit my weak spots.
Did I just witness a failed... How can they have no record of him? They sent him. Crown snatching?
You gotta seize the opportunities when you can. And hey, it almost worked. Speaking of which, what's the deal with Maya? Isn't she the undergrad who died a while ago?
That's her? Why, do you know anything?
Just that Vin looks like he bit into a lemon anytime someone says her name.
So Maya makes Vin uncomfortable, huh? Let's find out why.
There's gonna be a debate at the beginning of next semester. A special little pissing match for Vin and me. Vin usually runs for Abraxas president unopposed. But if I had the right piece of dirt, I bet I could make him step down.
If I give her something juicy and then go to the other timeline, maybe I can listen in on Diamond confronting Vin? Vin gave a statement where he said Maya had mental health problems. Which may have been true, but I think there's more. What I'm saying is, someone let Maya down. Really badly.
I don't get it. Were Maya and Vin friends or something?
I'm not sure, but they definitely knew each other.
And Vin gave a statement about her death. What a pompous little piece of shit.
Just try not to go too hard on him, okay? He's not in the greatest place.
Relax. I'm not Loretta.
Can you do me a favor? Wait until I get out of here to bring this up with him.
You got it. I won't jeopardize your getaway.
If I'm going to listen in on this conversation, I need to cross to the other side. Would Alderman's mother know what happened to her son?
Very palpable. Calm down. Vin's never gonna let Diamond close enough for a real shot at the throne.
But it's not his throne, is it? He doesn't even go here.
He graduated, sure. But being President Faya's assistant guarantees him oversight over everything Abraxas does.
So, how's the depression?
I'm not depressed. I just have artist block. And this whole Pall of Death cast over the campus thing isn't helping.
I'm here if you want to talk.
That's cool of you, but no.
If I eavesdrop on Diamond and Vin, Vin might leak what he knows about Maya. That's my cue to get out of here. It's that security guy who's been lurking all over campus. Is he looking at classes?
The hedgehog, distant relative of the shrew, enjoys its rest after a full day's work for the kahuna.
Just don't break it?
I could just get you a new one. It cost me like $2.
I don't want a new one. I want the one you gave me.
Sophie bought him that hedgehog? That's sweet.
How nice of you to finally return my phone calls, Desmond. Damn the emails. Sophie was our only child.
I don't blame Vin for wanting to ditch Caledon and get a fresh start. Looking for gigs out on the West Coast, huh? Break a leg, Vin. Somebody patched you up. Well, I'm glad one of us is feeling better. Changing Yasmin's schedule must have been agonizing. For both her and Vin. Say cheese, little guy. I've gotta hear what Vin says to Diamond when he thinks I'm not listening. If I eavesdrop on Diamond and Vin, Vin might leak what he knows about Maya. That's my cue to get out of here. I've gotta hear what Vin says to Diamond when he thinks I'm not listening. If I eavesdrop on Diamond and Vin, Vin might leak what he knows about Maya. That's my cue to get out of here. I've gotta hear what Vin says to Diamond when he thinks I'm not listening. If I eavesdrop on Diamond and Vin, Vin might leak what he knows about Maya. That's my cue to get out of here. I've gotta hear what Vin says to Diamond when he thinks I'm not listening. If I eavesdrop on Diamond and Vin might leak what he knows about Maya. That's my cue to get out of here. I've got to hear what Vin says to Diamond when he thinks I'm not listening. If I eavesdrop on Diamond and Vin might leak what he knows about Maya. That's my cue to get out of here. I've got to hear what Vin says to Diamond when he thinks I'm not listening. If I eavesdrop on Diamond and Vin might leak what he knows about Maya. That's my cue to get out of here. I've got to hear what Vin says to Diamond when he thinks I'm not listening. If I eavesdrop on Diamond and Vin might leak what he knows about Maya. That's my cue to get out of here. I've got to hear what Vin says to Diamond when he thinks I'm not listening. If I eavesdrop on Diamond and Vin might leak what he knows about Maya. That's my cue to get out of here. I've got to hear what Vin says to Diamond when he thinks I'm not listening. If I eavesdrop on Diamond and Vin might leak what he knows about Maya. That's my cue to get out of here. I've got to hear what Vin says to Diamond when he thinks I'm not listening. If I eavesdrop on Diamond and Vin might leak what he knows about Maya. That's my cue to get out of here. gotta hear what Vin says to Diamond when he thinks I'm not listening. If I eavesdrop on Diamond and Vin, Vin might leak what he knows about Maya. That's my cue to get out of here. I've gotta hear what Vin says to Diamond when he thinks I'm not. Hey, Vin.
Now that is the face of someone who just overheard the little discussion Diamond and I were having.
Yeah, afraid so. I take it things are dicey inside of Braxis?
Yeah, well, things are dicey outside of it too. The uniformity is comforting.
And yet, no little airplane bottles in sight.
Kahuna caught on to the airplane bottle gambit, so now I have to drown my sorrows at the Turtle after work. Join me?
My schedule's a little, crazy today, but I do have sorrows I'd like to drown. Violently.
Don't we all?
If I eavesdrop on Diamond and Vin, Vin might leak what he knows about Maya. That's my cue to get out of here. I've gotta hear what Vin says to Diamond when he thinks I'm not listening. If I eavesdrop on Diamond and Vin, Vin might leak what he knows about Maya. That's my cue to get out of here.
Can you let a man make a stale cup of coffee in peace?
No. Because here's the thing. I didn't want to bring this up before, but I know about the statement you made. About Maya. You told people she had mental health issues, but that wasn't the whole story, was it?
That's an extremely fucked up thing to bring up.
Nobody expects the head of Abraxas to be Mother Teresa, but they shouldn't be covering up details about someone's death.
Alright, fine. You wanna know what happened? After he died, Yasmin told me that if I stated on the record that Maya was troubled, I'd give me the job as her assistant.
Holy.
Why would anyone want to figure out what you had to say about Maya?
Diamond, maybe because we were fucking friends? I didn't want to Colmenaro's fiction classes and it clicked.
And you said that shit about her?
Shut up. You wanted a performance and now you're gonna give it. I grew up without anybody, okay? Most kids at Caledon don't get what that's like. And I'm not fucking stupid, okay? I'm not gonna make it as an actor. So yes, Yasmin promised me a stable, respectable job and health insurance. And I took it. And I cared about Maya. And it was a horrible thing to do, and I've regretted it ever since.
I don't have to bring that up in the debate.
There's never gonna be a debate. I'm dropping out of the race.
You're just gonna let me be the head of a Abraxas? Like that?
It doesn't feel very good. In the end, does it?
Vin met Maya in Lucas's class. And he also knows something about the cow skull through Sophie's windshield, which conveniently made Lucas look guilty. If I can pressure the other Vin, maybe he'll tell me what the hell is going on here. Bad time?
Oh, it's fine. I'm just playing calendar Tetris. Gwen's hearing threw off the boss's schedule. Anyway, what can I do for you, Max?
Yasmin gave you this job as a favor, didn't she? For talking to a reporter who was writing about Maya's death?
Didn't your parents ever teach you to not bring up people's dead friends for no reason?
There is a reason. I promise.
Please, enlighten me.
I need to understand something that I did. That I don't remember doing.
You know that sounds clinically insane, right?
I extremely do. Thank you. You said in your statement that Maya was troubled. But that wasn't true, was it? Vin, what really happened?
Ask Lucas Colmenero. It all started in his class. He has Maya's blood on his hands.
You're not saying Lucas
killed her? Not literally, but... The man deserves every misfortune that befalls him.
Like, for example, if Sophie suspected him of tossing a cow skull through her windshield?
No more free secrets. I have a reputation to protect.
I guess I could reveal one of the other secrets I know. You and Sophie had a thing, didn't you?
One, information I already know isn't exactly thrilling. Two, I'm dying to know how you figured that one out. Because I'm confident it wasn't Sophie.
I saw a photo on your phone.
Remind me not to underestimate you.
All right. So was the cow skull you or not?
Yes.
So, why?
I mean, you've seen a pissed off Sophie before. She's like a force of nature. When I heard her book got squashed, I seized an opportunity to aim her at a deserving target.
So you were, what, protecting Gwen?
That's as much as you get. And now I really do have to get back to work. But, Caulfield, whatever the real reason is for you digging up old history, be respectful to Maya. She suffered enough while she was alive.
You're kidding. How much? That's what I'm talking about. Ha ha. Compare us all you want. Only one Colmenero has a movie deal, and it's not Roberto. Samuel, I'm sorry. Can you please hold? Absolutely not. Out of my office, now.
But
I just shipped my son out of the country because of your little stunt. You think we're just gonna go back to being friends?
I want to talk to you about Maya Okada.
Whatever you think, you know, you'll never be able to prove it. Now get out!
What the fuck was that? I can't prove anything? Whatever happened to Maya, Lucas was definitely involved. No, I'm not going near that man again. Not alone, anyway. If this Lucas won't talk, I'll just have to start digging. Oh, gee. This is it. Let's see what he's hiding. All right, let's see what I can find about Maya. No way Lucas doesn't lock up his stuff. Which means there's probably a key. Poor devil, banished to the hell from whence he came. That's probably his ex-wife. They look really happy here. What a strange place to find a key. Must be significant. World's okayest dad. Might be the first time Lucas didn't oversell himself. Seems like at least one student remembers Lucas fondly. Surely there's something good in here. Looks like a fun read. I didn't know Lucas did fun. Guess normal drip just doesn't cut it for Professor Colmenero. Could try this lock. Doesn't fit.
How'd they get in here? Jesus, some of these items are priceless. I've got a lot on my plate. I don't need this right now. Where the hell's Yasmin? Where's security?
First Gwen's slashed tires, now Lucas's office? What's going on in this timeline? There's a little lock on that drawer. I didn't know typewriters could have drawers. That's not what I was expecting. Wait, 1,000,000 miles beneath my feet? I know this. Maya wrote this. Come on, there's gotta be a copy in here. Maybe 10 of them. Holy shit. It's the same. Vin was right. Lucas does have blood on his hands. This is what I've been missing this entire time. I have to talk to Safi. Safi, hey.
Stay strong, Habibti. You know where to find me.
Is something wrong?
Oh, you want to talk to me now? I've got nothing to say to you.
Safi,
What? Did you spread my business to someone else? Dig up a couple more clues?
Shit. She knows I've been asking questions. I'm not sure who you've been talking to, but I have a good reason.
Oh, you have a good reason. Well, in that case, what's your good reason, Max?
I actually can't tell you right now.
Of course you can't. Great. Fucking sick, Max. I don't have the energy for this. I think you should leave me alone for a while. Maybe a long while.
I spent so many nights like this when I was on the road. Diners, bars, hotels. I liked being alone then. At least, I think I did. Joyce still treats me like her second daughter. Even after everything. Sometimes it feels like she pins the hope she had for Chloe on me. The least I could do is make her proud. I can't just sit here feeling sorry for myself. I need some company. I could ask Amanda to help me drown my sorrows. Or Vin said he'd be here too. In the dead world, Turtle, that is.